Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes. Go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there. Human behavior, it is a funny thing. Speaking of behavior, she's a little bit salty.
He's a whole lot of petty. And together we're the Salty and Petty Podcast. Duh.
Okay, that caught me off guard. Alright, kids, that's right. We're back to this time. We go from the Continental to the Irrational. New Jesse L Martin series on NBC.
Ding, ding, ding.
the peacock.
Or as I like to call it, Tiny Dick.
Oh!
Get it? Peacock, Tiny Dick.
You leave Justin out of this. No, Timberlake.
Just said yourself. Oh, yeah. Microphallus, Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberfake, as everybody's calling him now.
Oh!
and now Jessica Biel is just being Chris Cracker. Leave him alone! Just let him leave him alone. People have been waiting for a lot of people have been waiting for this day. That's all I'm saying.
I would love if Jessica Biel would melt down. Keep my husband's name out of your effing mouth.
Oh, she ain't got fans like Britney. Britney got a whole damn army that literally got out of her conservatorship. She don't want no smoke with Britney right now.
Oh my!
This is Britney's time. Mm-hmm. Let her live in her truth.
Her and and listen,
I'm pretty sure Jessica knows just who she married. Okay.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. Honestly, I'm surprised Scarlett Johansson never said anything, but that's none of my business.
Oh my!
She's just over there. Well, she's not collecting Marvel checks anymore, but she's just over there writing her country music song, minding her damn business, and good for her.
Oh my lord! I heard people on Sirius making fun of him yesterday. They were just like, "Oh, you think
the book is so good though?"
They're like, "He used to talk like that. You think he still talks like that? Like, oh, baby, get in bed, yo, yo, yo."
I guarantee you, he does.
I looked right at Danielle. She's like, "Shut up."
I mean, like I said, a lot of people are waiting for this day, so
yeah.
Jay-Z Shazay is like, phew, glad we didn't go on tour just yet.
Oh,
I knew it was something weird about him wanting to get back together with NSYNC. I knew it.
Everyone behind that Trolls movie is like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Anywho, so enough of our irrational, random, petty rants. Let's talk about this show. So
you had thoughts? I did.
Yeah. So I'm kind of confused.
Okay.
Like, the first thing is that this TV show is based on a book called Predictably Irrational, and the writer is Israeli American. And remember how I told you I feel like this show was not meant for Jesse Martin?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, I feel like he had a deal at NBC because, his long-standing thing with NBC, he wanted to come back, and I guess he probably didn't want to do Law and Order again or something, maybe. So they cooked something else up for him. Maybe this was just laying around. I'm not saying it's a bad show. It just definitely doesn't feel like this was the original framework for it. Specifically, like, to make the show with a black lead, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know, because I know when you made that comment, I was like, that makes sense, because I could see this for a younger gentleman.
Much younger, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
but I like the cast. Don't get me wrong. Like it's certain things you notice, and I don't know what it is. I feel like Hollywood just had a lot of scripts laying around. Like they probably did because they knew the strike was on board. I feel like this show was written much like I said about the Continental at an earlier time and date. Like this is giving back when CSI was like a big buzz, or like right around that time when it was like CSI and Criminal Minds. Like this is what the show feels like when it was written. So like the late 2000s, early 2010s, and that's no tea, no shade. Listen, I love a good propaganda with the twist, right? Everybody loves House, everybody loves Bones. I get it. You gotta have a hook, you gotta have a mystery. I get it, and these are pretty cool. And like I said, these So every case is kind of like based on something from the book, and they kind of work it into the case, a la Bones or CSI, you know?
Yeah.
I love Jesse, but damn, I remember when he had a full head of hair and that hairline wasn't receding. It just makes me feel old.
I know, because that's what I said to you. I said, the woman who plays his sister seems like she could play his daughter. I was just like...
Hell, granddaughter at this point. But listen, Jesse looks damn good for his age.
Oh, yeah.
And for all I know, I forgot to look this up. Let me look it up. Because, black don't crack, so this girl could literally probably be 5 years younger than Jesse.
That was my point. I was like, maybe she just looks young? I'm like, I don't know. But, I mean, how old do you think his character is supposed to be in this show? Like, 40s?
Well, I think he might have been 50, because it seems like, so if you don't know, this show is about a professor named Alec Mercer, who works at, what's the name of that, Wilton? What is the name of that college?
Oh, was it?
University or something like that?
Maybe. I forget.
Well, anyway, he works at a fictional university. The guy who wrote the book that this is based on, and I guess he might have been a consultant probably for the CIA, if you know about psychology professors and things like that. But he works at Duke University. And where's this show supposed to be? Is it DC?
I think so, because I think they're close to the FBI,
yeah, that's what it seems like. But when they're doing the shots, I'm like,
it's either
that might have been the Potomac Bridge. It's been a while since I've been to DC. So.
I think it's supposed to be either DC or Virginia. Yeah,
like outside. Yeah, the outside the outskirts, the DMV, maybe. Yeah. But yeah, so like that's the whole thing, and like we get a focus on like his two grad students who help him with cases, run his classes. We have his younger sister. We have his ex-wife who's an FBI agent. And her love interest, which sucks. I mean, the sister said it right in the first episode. I'm still shipping you. It's like, yeah, duh.
Whoa, yeah.
They do. The Jesse and what is her name?
The ex-wife?
Mara Hill. Now, I thought this was like the reason why I wanted to watch this. I thought no tea, no shade to this actress. I thought it was Nicole Bahari from Sleepy Hollow, and I was like, Nicole Bahari. Dupe. But no, the actress is actually grown on me. I think she's my favorite character, honestly. I think the sister's giving Felicity vibes, and it feels like some of the I think some of the Flash writers are a part of this or something, because it feels familiar.
I know, you said something about you wish it was Candace Patton, maybe, and I was just like, if she was playing his sister, that'd really take me out of it.
No, like I said, it's just so weird, because we spent so much time with him, and like just seeing him in a different familial situation, and the fact that he's divorced, and it's just like, I don't know, like Jesse Martin just doesn't give off divorced guy energy. Like in anything he does, like he's just, if you know him about his real life, like he's like so unproblematic and things.
Well, yeah, so. And even in the Flash, like,
and it's like the wife's just like, yeah, you were just too wrapped up in your stuff. Otherwise, we'd be together, and it's just totally like, this is the most flimsy excuse I've ever seen. Yeah. You guys obviously belong together. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
I thought you or someone else told me Jesse Martin was older, but it's saying he's only 54.
Oh, that can't be right.
I know. I'm like,
I mean, black doesn't crack, but I thought he was at least 60.
That's what I thought too. For some reason, like I said, I thought I heard it somewhere, but what I'm seeing here is saying 54. But unless they're cooking the books a little for the show.
No. Because I mean, he has been in the public eye forever. Like he did musical theater. He was on Rent for the longest time. He was on Law and Order for the longest time. And, he even way back in the day was on an X-Files episodes. I mean, I know this man, okay?
Yeah.
And it tracks, but it's just like, he's been in the public eye so long that it's just like, oh, you started really, really young when it doesn't really seem to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Lilith, if he is 54, you know what year he was born then, right?
Yes. My favorite number.
My favorite time of year. Yes, 1969, kids.
Oh, come on. They did. They knew as soon as you said it.
Whoa, yeah.
Oh, they don't on Trevana Springer, the actress that plays his sister.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a year. It just says born July 9th.
Oh.
Interesting. But let me see this. She is gonna be in she was in Miss Marvel? Like I said, I gave up on that show. So, she's from Florida too. Okay.
I don't know. I've heard things about those black women who live in Florida.
I know. I'm like, okay, kindred spirit. Never mind. But no, we only have 5 episodes, so I binged the first 3, and then I binged the first 3, and then I finished the last 2 yesterday. And fun fact, I think I didn't even know this, but the 5th one, Lucky Charms, was my favorite episode. And if you know anything about me, you know I love Stargate, and most of all, I love Amanda Tapping, who played Sam. So she directed the last episode, and I'm like, oh, it's always nice to see her.
But you were saying, you know, he wanted to come back and maybe didn't want to do Law and Order. Do you think maybe that was because of his back? Because he did injure his back, like on the Flash and stuff. So maybe it was like, okay.
And trust me, he does do a lot of sitting in this show. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, you're not gonna be running down suspects in this show, you know, chasing people in this show a lot. And
oh, something that really pissed me off. It's like, okay, one thing about me, I love a good TV show car, right? And Supernatural fans, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Magnum P. Listen, if you got a cool ass car, Knight Rider, I'm probably gonna watch. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. And they wrecked that beautiful car in the first episode. I was like, oh, I guess the insurance didn't want to pay for it. You know, it's the pilot, it's eye-catching. I mean, that car was cherry. Yeah. It was beautiful. Yeah. And they crash it and total it. And I'm just like, oh.
Well, you know, you always know with these TV shows, some stuff doesn't make it out of the pilot episode.
You wouldn't have thought it was the car, though. Like I said, because, like, come on, he's like a TV, he's a TV detective / consultant. They always have a cool car. So I think that was kind of a little subvert expectation and to show how reckless he is, because he can kind of be irrational. But I don't think his irrationality is predictable like most people. So.
Well, yeah, is it because of that trauma? You know, because
yeah, like I was like, oh, they turn around and I'm like, oh, Babes is sitting in the makeup chair every day forever.
I know. I'm like,
but they only show the face, but they imply that it's like literally half his body. So.
Yeah, but I'm like, really, we're doing this where we're making him put the thing on the side of his face every episode?
I'm just saying this. I don't know, maybe. What's it? Like I said, I feel like his trauma was added after for a framing device to rework it, because
maybe
it's just like it's refreshing. Like, don't get me wrong, to see a black character in the lead, and it's like it's a little different, but like at the same time, it's like the whole church bombing thing. It just doesn't. That whole framing device that we're using is like either the season long or the series long arc, you know?
Yeah. It seems like
church bombing? Really?
But I'm just like, and I'm just like, the physical scarring. Couldn't we just go with the PTSD where he just keeps like having flashbacks? Well, I mean,
they literally wanted him to be blown up, not be able to remember it, and like that's his triggers and things like that, I guess. But. Yeah, that's the one thing, like, the framing device of it all, just kind of like, oh, man, I don't know how I feel about this. I think this was added later.
You think maybe once they cast Jesse that they added that?
They probably had to rework it. Now, this cast is black as hell, and I mean that in the best way.
Do you think, I like them, but it seems like they haven't given them a lot to do yet. Is that why they added the grad students, so this cast wouldn't be a black show?
Oh, trust me, they're always gonna throw some white people in a black show. Like, even Blackish got the white guy. Like, I'm just saying.
They're the white neighbor. Is that what we're saying?
they always gonna do it, you know. So
yeah,
I don't mind it. I'm just saying, but like, wow, like, and I kind of like that when they remember that a character is black, because like him and his sister, like I think it was like around the 3rd episode, or the 4th episode. Where he comes in and they're singing and they're doing their thing, and it's like it's very, very relatable if you know if you had that kind of family.
I wanted to know if they added that in too, because it is Jesse, so they're like oh, we need to throw in a little bit of singing. We have Jesse Martin.
Yeah, but like I said, the sister, she's growing on me, but like she's giving publicity. Like, she's the tech, she can whip anything up. Might as well have a shirt that says "bitch" with Wi-Fi at this point.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, they have to come up with something for
like she's better than the MI6 agents. People, really?
Yeah. Well, she was working 3 IT jobs, though.
Well, listen, babes, it's not hard. If you in the year of our Lord 2023, it's not hard. That's realistic as fuck.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna be real with you.
But I'm just saying, that's where she gets all this spy, this experience. She worked 3 IT jobs.
Yeah.
But yeah, they need to give her something to do besides being the person in the chair, you know?
Yeah. And the grad students, cute little sibling rivalry we have going on.
Just shut up and kiss.
No, I don't even think it's that.
Yeah.
It's giving, to put in terms of Flash, it's giving Caitlin and Cisco season 1. Where you didn't want them to shut up because you knew that they were best friends.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the origins for Cisco and Caitlin as far as I'm concerned. But like I said, I like the wife a lot. Love interest can go jump off of a bridge for all I care. Oh this show was in development for like 2 years. I mean, that's slow, but also kind of fast.
Do you think maybe early on there was rumblings that, the Flash is coming to an end, Jesse's going to be interested, so did they put it on hold maybe?
No, I think when it's based on a book, it's kind of...
Oh, and 2 years...
You got a lot of things to work around.
And 2 years ago was 2021, were we still, like, in COVID protocols and stuff, and they weren't maybe greenlighting as many news things, maybe?
Yeah, that's definitely part of it, for sure.
Yeah, and they're
but then Jesse was obviously the first person cast, because I don't know nobody else in this cast.
I mean, definitely from the advertisements and stuff, you can definitely tell. Oh yeah, they're that's how they advertise. It's like, oh, Jesse Martin's back on NBC.
Okay, this is what's throwing me off. Like, they very easily could have filmed in DC or Virginia, but it's in Vancouver. That's what's throwing me off.
Well, we know what that's always about.
Well, no, not so much. They've actually reduced it. It's almost just as easy to go film in Atlanta at this point on Tyler Perry's property at the very least. So, it's interesting because those tax breaks are slowly going away because Canada doesn't want Americans up there.
Oh.
If you know, you know. I don't blame them at this point.
Or does Jesse want to be up there? Because I mean, that's where they shot the Flash. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, it is still technically cheaper, and I guess they're going to keep getting those tax credits, and they'll probably come back once those tax credits expire, like a lot of places do. The pilot episode also premiered on I kind of like Universal, which owns like NBC, Sci-Fi, and USA. So I watched Chucky, and it's a USA Sci-Fi production, right? If you ever watch it, and you see that. So I found that really interesting that they premiered it on USA Network too.
Oh, okay.
2 days after they did it on NBC. Oh. So I think they really are pushing the show. They want the show to work, and that makes me feel happy.
And I mean, I don't know, have you been on Peacock lately? When you go on there, I guess, you can watch it on there too. I don't know if it's like next day or
my algorithm's probably much different than yours.
Well, yeah, when I jump on, that was like, I see the ad. I don't know if it's like next day or 2 days after. Yeah, they throw it up on Peacock too, so. Yeah,
it's definitely next day. Yeah, I mean, they are pushing for it. I do see it. It's like, it's in my Law and Order section, which is my For You. So it's like Law and Order, SVU, what is it, Criminal Intent, and then it's like a couple other things.
Yeah.
Like Monk, Psych. So it's literally right in that little section. I was just like, that works.
You can tell they're definitely pushing this for the people who watched him on Law and Order, yeah.
And Monk. It gives Monk a little bit, too.
Yeah.
Without the neurotic OCD. Listen, one thing about a Universal branded propaganda show, it's going to have a twist. Outside of SVU, which I think SVU was the twist for its time as a spinoff of Law and Order.
Oh, yeah.
Because that sex crimes, and to this day, are still kind of, like, downplayed. So I think SVU definitely was a gimmick. They tried to throw out there.
That worked. I mean, it's still running.
Well, yeah, and look at all the other spinoffs. Criminal Intent, and then they had Trial by Jury. Rest in peace, Jerry Orbach. Like, I was devastated. BB Newworth, baby! Like, you don't understand how devastated I was that show didn't work out. But, Law and Order LA.
Oh, that
went down in flames.
What was that? 1 season, 2 seasons? Yeah, I watched.
I couldn't even tell you. I watched the first, after that crossover, I'm like, I'm never watching this show again. LA is, it is way too, NYPD can be corrupt, but LA is known for corruption, just deep-seated corruption since the 70s, so was never going to work for me.
Oh my god, we have to do episodes on each Law & Order series, but I definitely want to get to, I've started watching some of the Criminal Intent episodes. I love D'Onofrio in there. We have to cover that.
Welcome to the club, but I love it. I think that's honestly my favorite one.
It might be, yeah. I love his attitude.
Like, listen, I love SVU, but like,
oh my god, Gordon! Oh my god,
yes.
Boo! Made you look.
It's a little different and more streamlined. It's not so many people to have to keep track of, which I think was at the time was like really a breath of fresh air.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the way he plays that character. Yeah.
Yes. Anytime you're down, listen. I'm always down to talk a good Law and Order spinoff, or just anything in the Dick Wolf universe. To be quite honest, he is the king of propaganda. No questions about it. So, what's been your favorite episode so far?
Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to pull up the list here. Yeah, I thought it was a little, little different in a good way. Like when they did the plane crash one, I thought it wasn't. I mean, again, it's a procedural, but it's like it was something a little different.
The Barnum effect. So yeah, every episode outside of the pilot is labeled after some effect that they do explore in the book.
Yeah.
And I wonder how long until we get away from that.
Yeah. I mean, how many?
I mean, there's tons of psychological effects that people can use and stuff.
Oh, the second episode I thought was good too. When the writer approached
Dead Woman Walking, where she's like, "Can you help solve who killed me?" And I'm like, "Oh,
yeah." That twist.
These are kind of based on this. This is definitely giving rip from the headlines because they do, much like Law and Order, say this isn't based on anything. But there was a reporter that was poisoned in that way. So, yeah. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, but I thought that one was interesting too. Yeah, she walks in, and is like, "I need you to help me solve a murder."
I knew it was the guy though.
Yeah.
Like that one was the one that was the most obvious to me.
It was obvious. I mean the theme I found interesting, but yeah, it was kind of obvious.
Yeah, and then she reconciles with her daughter. She's gonna do the treatment. I think that was one of the most positive things. How do you feel about the overarching mystery, by the way? Like,
about the bombing in his past and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all right, but I mean, they kind of just feed you little bites every time.
Well, yeah, like did you ever watch The Mentalist?
No.
Okay, so The Mentalist is about this guy who is basically like a circus carny, and like he's a confidence man. He would just, do cold readings and just like trick people. And then one night, the serial killer named Red John murders his wife and daughter, and he works with the police to figure out who Red John is, and that's like the whole series. Well, supposedly was supposed to be the series long arching thing, and he does eventually figure out who Red John is, gets his revenge, and then the show still keeps going, and that's where it kind of takes a dip. But like, that's kind of my point. Is this going to be his Red John, or are they going to end this at the season? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, do you
because they've already uncovered the mystery. Well, it wasn't a lone bomber. It's possibly a whole big organization, right?
Yeah, I mean, do they do it? Yeah, it seems like a conspiracy. I mean, they're changing signs on the sides of the trucks and stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, do they need that to go the whole series? Or at some point?
That's what I'm asking you.
I don't know.
Like I said, this is so like peak era quirky detective, right? Like where you have to have, what's the mystery? What's the hook? And it's just like, babes, Jesse Martin's the hook. Like, let's be real. We don't need that.
And are they going to do one of those things where at like the same time he's about to solve the mystery, they're like, "Oh, we finally found a plastic surgeon who can fix your face," and
I don't think he can even fix his face until he figures out who did it. That's his.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why he holds on to it.
About the same time, whenever it happens, is that all going to fall into place? Yeah.
Yeah, because he's going to get tired of being in that chair. The makeup chair is a bitch.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So the show is averaging like 4 million viewers, which is anything that's not SVU, which is amazing for NBC as far as I'm concerned.
Oh yeah. Anything, probably network TV these days. I'm sure that's really good.
Yeah, and I think that they're not even counting on that. I know a lot of people who have Peacock, but they have the ads here, and I'm just like, why? Just pay me $3 extra.
Well, sometimes you get it free with something.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I know that's how we got it, because we usually pay for ad free, but I got it free with when I did our Verizon internet. Yeah, well, re-upped.
No, I totally get it, but it's just like that is the one thing that I had to, like, it was the one thing because I had the original one, and I think I originally got Peacock for Bel Air, or one of their like quote unquote originals, which is only like 3 of them. And then I found Poker Face, so it totally made it worth it. So I was like, you know what? All right, I'll do the ad free.
I mean, it's
the cheapest one out of everybody though, so that's what surprises me.
I mean, I still just DVR this off network, and then I fast forward through the commercials. Just,
babes, I don't even have time for the DVR.
I mean,
my cable box is dusty, bud. It's dusty, but it's cheaper to have cable and internet. For some reason, because they know nobody wants cable anymore, so just make you bundle it. Mm-hmm. And shout out to people who are still buying the bundle with the home phone. Like, why is this even an option? Have you looked at cable options lately? It's like, babes, this is so antiquated.
Yeah,
it's embarrassing.
I mean, the only reason people I think do home phone is like if you live somewhere where you get spotty cell reception or something. And again, it's old people who.
I won't shame whatever. Cellular network, just in case we ever want to have a sponsor, so I'll leave that alone.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. We'll take your sponsorship money. We hear you. Can you hear me now?
You're not even in business anymore.
You can make fun of them. But yeah, no. So what you say? 4 million?
Yeah. Okay. This is why I probably thought that definitely some people had a hand in it, because Jesse Warren directed like the second episode, the Dead Woman Walking episode, and he directed a ton of Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl. So, and I could have sworn it might have been another propaganda show that I was watching, but Carl Owago works over on Found, so it feels like a lot of Greg Berlanti's people found work in NBC, which makes sense because he had like 3 different things at one point back when Flash was hot on NBC that were like kind of like cop shows. I don't know if you remember that. And I was surprised to find that this was not a Greg Berlanti production, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
It's not even a Dick Wolf production, so.
And again,
I find it interesting.
Yeah, and I'm sure like a lot of those people who do the procedurals probably like make the rounds to all the, at least try to get on some of those shows.
Yeah.
And again, they probably like working with Jesse Martin. He's probably a nice guy, so they're just like, yeah.
Yeah. I guess I heard he's unproblematic. I haven't heard anything about him.
That's the thing. You never hear anything, so you figure that, they're probably problematic, or else something would have come out by now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been around for what? How many? I mean, he did Law and Order for what, like at least 10 years?
Yeah. Like I said, that X-Files episode, I'm pretty sure came out in like. No, that one came out in like 2004, now that I think about it. The one that I'm thinking
of. Oh, okay.
The one where he's an alien baseball player? Yeah, X-Files was weird in its last couple seasons.
Well, yeah, once the Coveney left, yeah, it was weird.
Once he came back, it was even worse. Anyway, let's not even get started on that revival. I cannot slog through that. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the many terrors of freaking Chris Carter. We could do a whole... And I'm devastated that Millennium had 3 seasons.
Really?
I thought it was just the one. I don't know why. Probably because I stopped watching, Fox stopped promoting it or whatever. You know how Fox is.
Yeah, I mean, I should try to rewatch that one day, but I remember...
Yeah, I want to rewatch Millennium. I was going to bring it up to you, like something fun for the summer, but it's 3 seasons, so that's not going to be something fun for our summer.
I mean, we could try it, but I remember trying to watch it in the 90s, and I'm like, I don't get it. I mean, now maybe, but I mean, like back then, I was just I don't get it.
I'm so dumb. Yeah, like I couldn't believe it. Like I was like, yeah, I could go for a quick season rewatch of Millennium. Back when they had 22 episodes for stuff, 24 episodes, even 26, even. I was like, oh, what is this extra 2 seasons?
I was gonna say, so wait, Millennium went like 60 some episodes.
I think they cut the season down, but I know that first season was like at least 22 episodes.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to remember, but I think back then they were trying to you'll be like, oh yeah, if you love the X-Files, you'll love this.
It's no, if you love the 3 Lone Gunmen, which they were cool side characters. They definitely really cool side characters. And the show, like I said, the first season was good, but like Fox started playing this game where it would move it around, and it was definitely trying to kill it. Some people say because they predicted 9/11. If you know, you know. It was just like, art imitates life and life imitates art. You're bound to get something right. If you put enough monkeys in a room, they'll eventually all type Shakespeare, kind of thing. Yeah,
like I said, I don't think I've rewatched that since the 90s, so I can't.
Me neither. That's why I was kind of in the mood. I'm kind of it's a spooky season. And, we got a war going on, so conspiracy theories. How does everything fit together, That's how my brain works anyway. I'm gonna find it interesting. All these ideas are kind of mashed together, and I hope they just kind of streamline it a little bit more. That's all. Like, it's definitely in its growing pain stages where they're trying to figure everybody out. How does everybody work together? I feel like the sister is just a catch-all. Whatever Felicity, whatever the plot demands, she's gonna fulfill it.
Yeah, again, it seems like
he lives with her. Like, as an older, if you think about that, as an older brother and your sister's literally looks young enough to be your daughter, like, I want somebody to say that in the show. If this doesn't happen by the end of the season, that's your daughter, so nice. That's my sister. Or it could be one of those things, like, if you know, where, like, she was raised as his sister, but maybe that's, like, his sister's daughter and the grandma raised her as...
Oh, maybe.
That's the vibes it's giving me.
Yeah. Like,
and maybe that's going to be a subplot somewhere down... Because, like I said, it is very... Like, this isn't, like, the 80s anymore, or, like, the 70s, where that was kind of commonplace.
Yeah. Because, I mean...
Because, like we said, I got... Aunt-May and Peter Parker vibes. Like, it is definitely not giving brother and sister.
Because imagine that vibe if they did make her the daughter. Like, oh yeah, he has to go live with his daughter now because he got after the separation and stuff.
But then that's awkward.
Well, yeah.
No, because, like, they're divorced. Nobody wants to live with their divorced dad, you know? Yeah. I think that's probably why they probably initially wanted to, but then they make it a point, and I think it's episode 4, where the girl gets kidnapped, and he talks about why they never had a kid, because it was totally irrational, not in the plans. It's like, yeah, I agree. Kids are irrational. No offense.
Oh.
I mean, no, a lot of people say it's worth it, but mama likes her money, so... Kids are a black pit of money, and I see it, I want it, I'm getting it. Like, sorry.
You're lucky she dates anyone, kid.
Like, some people are lucky I even leave my house. Like, Amazon literally, like, I literally, when I go home, I realize that I can have same day delivery now. It's in my market. It's in the Tampa market. Like, I can literally order it at like 6 a.m. and get it by 12. Oh, I'm never leaving the house. As soon as they incorporate in Tampa with Whole Foods, I'm never leaving the house. Never. People suck, and there's too much stuff going around to leave the house. I'm just saying.
She can order anything: food, entertainment, sexual.
I mean, Tinder's right there. You can literally order a man to your door.
Sexual gratification.
I mean, they weren't selling 500-gallon drums of lube for nothing on Prime Day.
Oh, really?
That's an old joke. I think they don't sell that anymore. But
it's probably for industrial use, but Lil's like, I got use for it.
I wonder if my wrist is ready for that. I wonder if my wrist is ready for that.
Please, I'll put nothing past you anymore. Oh, yeah, you should pop on one day. I started my own porn company. Oh, okay.
No, seriously, I can say anything. Phil will be unfazed. Like, I finally got that robot working. That's about right. That's why I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. That's what you did for your birthday.
That's why you couldn't walk over to the mic. Okay.
Like, yep, finally started that AI takeover. Sorry.
Lubricated eels are the best.
They what's a lube brand? I don't even know. KY Jelly sponsor us? I don't know.
Oh my.
Actually, that's the worst lubricant you can buy. If you know, you know.
Oh my lord. Did Lil Hellfire just like brag that she's like, I'm a young...
Astroglide, please sponsor us.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is she bragging? She's
KY,
like,
KY Jelly's for your grandparents and doctors.
Is she like... I swear, Lil Hellfire, in her own way, saying, I'm a young woman, I don't need any lubrication.
Listen, the slicker the better, regardless of your natural production capabilities. It's no shame, no tea, no shade, okay?
Yeah, true. That's right, kids. It can't rain all the time.
You use the crow in that manner, sir. How dare you?
I'm calling back to a previous episode. Leave me alone. Scroll down, kids.
Good one. That's perfect.
Poor Jesse Martin, if he ever sees this.
Well, we're chaotic. It's what we do. But also, like...
We're irrational.
So irrational. But, like, I'm just going to let Brian King know, the guy that plays... Jace Richards, that FBI agent / criminal boyfriend. I'm like, babes, you're FBI and work together. There's no fucking way that's happening. That's literally against code.
Yeah, I'm like...
And also, shout out to all the ladies that flirt with him, and he's like, no, don't flirt with me.
I'm trying...
Like, go on a damn date, sir. Please. The MI6 agent? Yeah, I'm kind of shipping that.
Oh, my.
I feel like she's going to come back. She has to.
Yeah. I wonder, yeah. Again,
I think that's the only guest star that I really see, like, making a comeback.
Like, do you want him to get back together with the ex-wife, or do you want him to just move on?
I want them to get back together, but I don't like that will they or won't they. It's giving that Black Lightning situation, honestly.
Yeah.
Which drove me insane. It's like, babes, why are y'all even divorced?
Yeah.
Since y'all made that decision, stay divorced. Nah, sit in it. Stand 10 toes down in it, and he needs to move on with his life. And then that's going to make her obviously want him, obviously.
Oh, man.
It's the cat and mouse game.
So this season's only 10 episodes?
Yeah, babes. We are living in the dark ages.
So we're already halfway through the season, kids.
Yeah. Episode 6 is on the 30th.
Is it? Wait, let me see. Yeah, that's Monday, yeah.
Point and Shoot is the title.
Yes.
So I'm interested.
Hey-o.
That's gonna entail.
Well, this is it's just like I think that's when they're taking their I guess NBC at least is taking their mid-season or end of season breaks because the last episodes. That's
crazy. That used to happen at like the week of Thanksgiving. That used to be the break. Like, what the hell is going on with TV?
November 27th for this. Yeah, Quantum Leap's taking its mid-season that week. Yeah.
That's crazy. Like I like TV used to be so predictable, and now it's so. It's why I don't watch network TV, to be honest. Like I stream this.
Well,
I don't have it on my DVR at all.
Well, again, too, it's like this one's only 10 episodes, so it's like.
Well, I mean, I think it's always better that a TV you have better chances when a TV show is has a fall premiere than a January premiere because. Well, at least back in the day, you could always, if they would greenlight you for 13 back in the day, and you would hope for the back 9, so you could take that winter break and start writing.
Yeah.
For when they came back, and so like in my head, that's just like I'm old school, obviously. So like that's always like a good sign to me, but like I don't even know what the hell that means nowadays. Like. Even, like, right before COVID, things were getting a little, like, dicey with TV, and now it's, like, the strike, and I think we're just kind of stuck with 10 to 13 season episodes if it's not SVU at this point.
I mean, did you...
And it's infuriating. Like, as somebody who grew up on TV shows that had up to 26 episodes a season. I mean, listen, and a lot of people are like, hey, man, I could use a good filler episode. Like, sometimes you just want to veg out, and it's like, oh, it's only 6 episodes. That's not long enough to veg out, bro.
Yeah, and
it's not.
And again, it's like you can't kind of do just like a filler episode. Well, you kind of can, but it's like again,
and they do
again like with the bombing thing. It's like, well, that's good. That overarching thing. It kind of gives you a sense of At least
it means they have plans for the long term. Whereas some other shows that I've seen premiere in the last couple of years, it's like, what's even the point? What's like some shows don't have a hook, and so I think that's why they're going back to that formula because they're like, okay, well, we know the tried and true. People demanded that Criminal Minds come back. I mean, listen, propaganda procedurals are a popular thing and an easy thing to do, but like they also realize that some people kind of want some serialization. It's why SVU we got into their personal lives eventually because people love that character. They wanted some continuity and consistency between episodes, and that's fine. But
that'd be a little ridiculous too. I mean, 20 some years and we don't get into like Benson's personal life or anything, really. I mean, you could, but I mean, I think people would be like 20 some years and we don't know anything, really don't get much about her personal life. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think it was meant to go 20 something years.
Whoa, no.
Here we are.
I know.
LA Law is crying, throwing up in her corner somewhere. You missed your shot. Shout out to everybody who grew up in the 80s and had a mom that loved freaking LA Law. That theme song's traumatizing to me. I hate that show. I hate that show in ER.
Oh.
No tea, no shade to the actors, but like that show, as a kid, I was just like, mm-mm.
I remember my mom used to watch.
I might as well just go to bed at 10 o'clock on a Thursday. I'm not staying up. I'm not watching that.
I remember my mom used to watch Miami Vice.
I used to watch the reruns. Like, it used to come on like 1 a.m, so I'd turn the volume down real low.
Oh my!
No, just so nobody heard, American construction. The walls are not necessarily stone. Especially if you grew up in a house made in the 90s, if you know, you know.
Oh, please. If you were turning down something to watch at middle of the night, we know it wasn't Miami Vice.
You don't put down at all for Skinemax.
No.
You don't even want to chance it.
Oh, please. You don't want to hear that dialogue. Come on.
Sure you do. So it's seared into the back of your mind of how corny people can be.
Oh, yeah.
But, I think it's a cute show. I hope it gets a season 2. Like I said, it's relatively solid for the year of our Lord 2023 ratings, best I can tell.
I mean, you said it's what? It's pretty close to like number 2 after SVU.
I wouldn't say number 2, but it's. I don't even know what good ratings are now. Like, to be honest, like, and I think that they go off like the DVR numbers and who's streaming it as well. Like, it's so much to take into consideration, and also, like, I don't even know NBC's lineup, to be honest. Like, I know SVU is going to be there every year, but like, what else is even on that? What's on NBC? Like, I literally could tell you. I couldn't tell you.
Well, all the Law and Orders, Quantum Leap,
Chicago Fire,
yeah,
and that whole spinoff universe.
Quantum Leap. Is Night Court coming back? I didn't
see.
I thought it was supposed to, but yeah, I haven't heard anything about that.
It might be in January, maybe.
Maybe. Oh, speaking of that, did you see? I know last time we talked about losing Richard Roundtree. Did you see Richard Mall just died?
Yeah, what the hell? 2023?
I know. I mean, he was 80 years old, but yeah.
Still. Mm-hmm. People are living to be 100 these days.
I know. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, man, from that original cast, the only 2 are left are like John Larroquette and Marsha Warfield, I think.
Like, let's hope.
Well, what?
Marsha.
Well, she did make a cameo, like in the 2 seconds in one of those last episodes. So,
yeah, I'm looking. I don't see anything about season 2 just yet.
Oh boy, I wonder if the ratings were there or aren't there. Because
I didn't think so. I heard a lot of people saying they didn't think it was.
Like total. I
don't see the announcement or the upfronts or anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I thought they said it was like, oh, it's coming back, but they never gave like a time frame or anything. But again, I mean,
no, I see. No, Variety. I think it's Variety says they did get renewed for season 2. So
could the strike have slowed that down? Maybe.
Oh, you know what? Absolutely, duh. Like, they can't act. And that was before they came back for the... they've been on strike, though. They were on strike the whole summer, which is when they usually start shooting. They literally started striking right at that time when people would be coming back to start filming. So... And
I mean, we haven't gotten any new Law and Order episodes yet, so...
Yeah. Ooh, 2024 is looking bleak. I know they're you wanted to wait them out till Christmas. Now look at you. Mm-hmm. Now look at you greedy fucks.
So with this show, like, did they film this like previously? Like, did they have this?
Yeah, it looks like all 10 episodes have already been done. That's also probably why they're taking this so early. Mm-hmm. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, they needed something for this time of year. Yeah.
Oh, just when we come back in January.
Oh yeah.
Because you can play the great. Oh, they actually don't have the rights to that anymore either.
What?
They gave it to Apple. All those Charlie Brown specials that they used to play in.
Oh, yeah. I don't think they have that. Yeah, no.
Well, that was ABC, but stupid Disney decisions. That's why you have to own them on the DVD. Mm-hmm. But anyway, what do they even have?
Like
to fill, whether they're just going to do the reruns. And...
Like I said, I mean, Quantum Leap, but I don't know if they filmed the whole season or not. I mean, I know they.
How many episodes of Quantum Leap are there this season?
Hold on, I'll look on my app here.
If it's 13 or less, there's a good chance. But if they're doing like 18, maybe not.
I mean, like I said, they're going till the end of November. All right, let me see. Season 2. It looks like 13, maybe.
Oh yeah, more likely they filmed everything.
Okay. Yeah, because I think they renewed it pretty. I mean, it was still season 1 was still on when they renewed it. So yeah, they might have just started,
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say with the Irrational, do you think did they start filming this? Is that why Jesse was like part time on season 9 of The Flash? They already started like doing this.
No, I don't think so. Filming started in let me look.
Because I was going to say, I mean, that strike's been going for months.
Oh, you know what? When did The Flash end?
Was it May?
Yeah, so they were filming for the pilot May to June of 2022, and it was in Vancouver, so maybe. He's like, I'm stepping stoning out of here, motherfuckers.
Because remember, he basically went from, the main cast to, like, reoccurring or whatever.
Yeah, but also, it was a really toxic environment at the end of that.
And and they only had, how many, was it, 9 episodes? Or it was a short season, or 13.
Yeah.
It was a short season, so.
I don't blame them.
What, they weren't treating him bad, were they? Oh, boy.
I mean, when you think about it, like, they kept adding people and reducing his role more and more and more and more.
Oh, yeah.
And he's, like, literally the biggest name on the show.
When the wife gets more screen time, yeah.
God! Cecile became the Uber Felicity. Don't even get me started. I'm like, she has her own superhero team. She has superhero powers and a fucking baby. Come on. That's too much.
Who didn't even see that baby until the baby was, like, ready for like, preschool or kindergarten? The baby was born, and it's all, I swear, until she was ready for kindergarten.
She was raised by Wally at that point.
It was always just like, oh yeah, the baby's upstairs.
The baby went upstairs and never came back.
Never cried, never nothing.
Oh, actually, you know what's funny? Because, like, they have that trope in Boy Meets World where, like, the sister goes upstairs. We literally don't see her for seasons, and then she finally comes back down, played by a different actress. And she's like a preteen or whatever. It's like, damn, I totally forgot y'all even had a sister.
Well,
so it was one of those things.
Well, that's still better than Judy from Family Matters.
She actually didn't go upstairs and never came back down. She was actually in the wedding episode when the grandma got married and we never saw her again. Now, Chuck from Happy Days, he went upstairs never to be seen again. Poor red-headed stepchild.
Oh, my.
But yeah, it's cute. It's predictable, but it's comfy TV. This is the one thing about procedural TV. It's comfy. I love Jesse, so I'm gonna rock with this show.
Oh, was it a shout out to The Flash when I forget what episode it was? The 2 grad students. One of them said something about leveling up.
Oh, that's what I said. I was like, yeah, somebody either watched The Flash or worked on The Flash. I have to dig into the credits because.
I'm like, that's fine, that's cute. I'm like, but again, let's start that every episode like The Flash, please.
Yeah. Or as long as nobody's having a talk in the hallway, I'm good. I'm good.
But yeah, I mean, if this thing gets like a second season, that's what I mean. I wouldn't mind some guest appearances by like Grant and Candace and
yeah. I think it'd be fun. Yeah, it's a cute little show. I actually ordered the book and I'm gonna read it. I tend to that's my OCD in me. I was like, oh, it's based on a book. Gotta read the book.
I used to be like that. It's like, oh, how's the show? Good. But did you know I read the book too? Guys.
Exactly.
When I had more time.
It seems like a pretty... Okay, so I'm not saying that this guy worked with the CIA or Mossad, but like, if you know about psychology, this guy seems like he totally did some work with the CIA or Mossad or both.
Maybe.
These definitely seem like... Just like, just on the peripheral of what these cases like are based around. Yeah.
I mean, maybe we'll get that as another flashback where, we're going to get the Batman thing where he's basically just like, this tragedy happened to me and I just like traveled around and, learned.
Well, no, they basically said that in the pilot that he wasn't even in this field until the nurses fucked his face up.
Whoa, yeah.
So that is his origin, So I think whoever's behind it is his Court of Owls, I guess.
Oh.
I was like, bro, if it is the Aryan Brotherhood, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Yeah.
Like that is the vibes it's given, bud.
I mean, a black bomb in a black church. Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, who else could it be? Yeah.
Well, it could always be a lone person, but they proved that to be false. So
I mean, it seems like there's a conspiracy. Yeah, I mean,
was this a conspiracy against him, or was he just in the wrong place at the wrong time?
It might have been wrong place, wrong time. Who knows? I mean.
And that's the irrational predictability of being irrational.
Exactly.
I'm interested to see where they go with it. Like I said, like I don't know how I feel about that whole church bomb. Like it could have been literally anything else, and I'm just like,
yeah, an insurance scam where someone's trying to burn down the building he was in, or something. Yeah, something. But yeah,
something.
I mean, unless they do that, someone was trying to burn down the church.
Well, no, they said it had been a series of multiple church bombings.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. So I'm just like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, because it's a conspiracy because the guy was going to admit it in court, and then all of a sudden
the guy shows up.
Somebody
I was just like,
walks
oh my
in,
God,
yeah.
they doing this? And that's the only footage they could find of him was the guy in the shadows with a hat. Like, come on. You couldn't get the car on camera. You're in freaking DC. Do you know how wired that place is? Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
Yeah, anyway. No, yeah. If you like propaganda, this is good.
Yeah.
This is good.
It'll
do, pig. It'll do.
If you like Jesse.
Yeah, basically. Like I said, I was kind of on the fence about it. I was like, oh, do I really want to watch a show with Jesse Martin in it? Do I want to... I knew I was just going to spiral down the rabbit hole because propaganda's comfy. You can just veg out,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And I was like, okay, no, I saw it. And like I said, I thought that the wife was Nicole Bahari. So I was just like, okay, no. And then I realized it wasn't her, but I already told you that we could do it. So.
Oh, no. Never.
So that's how that decision came about.
Never changed, Lilith. Never changed.
Because, no, Phil had mentioned it. And I was just like, I don't know. And then, I thought it was somebody, the actress that I really love. And I was like, it's not, but she's still pretty good. So I was just like, all right. No, we can do it.
I mean, I thought it would be on your radar anyway because of Jesse Martin and stuff. But, I'm sure she probably heard of it. I'm like, is she watching it?
Well, no, like I told you, I don't watch. I wasn't even. I had given Peacock a break after Poker Face.
Mm-hmm.
Ha 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 ha. And yeah, so it wasn't on my radar, and I don't watch network TV at all. So. And I finally got back around to Peacock and I saw it and I was like, oh, okay. Because I was watching, because somebody recommended Found to me, which is another propaganda. She finds missing people and it's got Mark Paul Gosselaar. Now, if you know one thing about me, if Mark Paul Gosselaar is anything, I'm watching it. I don't care how bad it is.
Oh, my.
I'm going to watch it.
My.
We rocking with Mark because Mark rocks with us. If you know the reference, you know the reference. So, yeah.
Saved by the Bell fangirl.
Totally. So, yeah.
All right.
That's how I found it, so.
Yay. All right.
DVR it, kids, if you don't have Peacock, which not too many people have Peacock.
Oh my.
No, it's the least, I think one of the, it's in the lower tiers of people having it.
So, USA, did they just do the first episode?
I think they'll probably end up doing a marathon, but yeah, they just did the first episode. Probably to get more eyeballs on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. Anything else?
No.
All right. Well, all right. You're going to be getting a lot of TV this next couple of weeks, kids. Next.
It's the fall. That's what we're supposed to do.
Exactly. All right. So next week, we're going to cover the season 2 premiere of Invincible. I think it's only 8 episodes for the season. I think they're taking a break after 4, I think. Because I think people were complaining about that online.
Gotta stretch your content.
Oh, yeah. And then the week after that, we're going to take a break and for the week of the American Thanksgiving, kids. Yes, we're going to discuss some more favorite Thanksgiving food.
Fuck you, Canadian Thanksgiving. Have it in October like a weirdo. Fuck your Leif Garrison Day while you're at it.
Yeah, what's that, a boot?
With your floppy little head and your beady little eyes.
Yeah, buddy. And speaking of that, the week after that, we'll cover finally, Lilith got a new South Park special, so we'll cover that.
Matt and Trey didn't want me showing up at their houses. They knew better. Yeah. I was just complaining about this. Where the hell are my specials? They're late.
You've been complaining about that since the last one aired.
Well, they only give us 8 freaking episodes for the season.
I know. And then after that, we'll be back for another NBC program. We'll cover the first half of season 2 of Quantum Leap.
You know what, NBC? You might as well just start paying us. honestly, I didn't even see anybody talking about The Irrational. I'm just no tea, no shade.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh my Lord, I'm making. Oh, I usually don't, but I said Saturday Night Live to record tonight because the Foo Fighters are the musical guests. It's the Halloween episode.
Oh, they're not going to bring back Tom Hanks?
He'll probably. I mean, sometimes those people will pop in for one sketch or something. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised
to do that stupid sketch everybody was talking about.
I'm David Pumpkins. You know what? The first time they did that, no. Charlie and I did an episode on that.
Yeah, I know.
Did
Rob show up?
No.
Oh,
but it did good numbers on our YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was so weird. I'm just like, I don't get it.
Oh, David Pumpkin. I think, was it last year? I think he showed up. He wasn't even the guest host, and I think he showed up to do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they're gonna definitely do that this year.
So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I forget.
It's a new tradition.
I forget who the guest is, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, that's their new tradition. Especially if you can get a Tom Hanks to come in, at least once a year.
Well, what's Tom Hanks even doing anymore besides? Never mind.
Besides counting his money.
Yeah, living in Greece, counting his money.
What's Tom Hanks doing? Nothing, because because he can.
Well, he needs to rein his child in.
Oh,
not Colin, the other one.
Was it Chet or whatever? The rapper? Yeah.
Yeah, when you name your kid Chet, I don't know what you expect.
I think that's his name.
I don't know how Chet popped out of Rita Wilson. I don't
know.
Anywho.
All right, kids. So, yes. So, send your thoughts on all of that. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise, the Patreon, because, again, you never know what you're going to get on the Patreon. Sober Lilith Hellfire, Drunken Lilith Hellfire, our favorite. Drunken Lilith Hellfire, my favorite character.
How many of those is a drop, Justin?
Oh, yes. I would need Justin. Yes, Justin. I need yes, Capes and Lunatics, the best dick jokes online, and yes, Drunk Lilith Hellfire, my favorite character.
Well, that escalated quickly.
And yes, the Patreon. So yeah, you don't know which Lilith Hellfire you're gonna get. The many faces, and they're all evil.
What kind of torture we're gonna inflict upon each other?
Or just movie reviews, or October we rank Scream Queens. And again, if you subscribe to the Patreon, you can suggest an episode. I know Ray has at least once or twice. So yes, join the Patreon elite with Ray, Russell, Justin, and Moz. So find everything at tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. All right, everyone's favorite hip internet granny, Lilith Hellfire. Where can people find you?
Oh dear, if you kids want to hang out with your favorite internet granny, you can find me on Facebook, friend me there, or you can find me on Threads or Insta at Your Favorite Granny. That's GRANNIE.
Speaking of the Irrational.
Oh, you don't want to know the things I've done.
Oh no, I'm very rational.
Methodical, some might say.
It's all rape and murder, I'll tell you
that.
Frank Miller raised me. What can I say?
Let me get a ride on your alligator back.
She said the magic word, kids. Frank Miller.
Your mother's a whore.
I was waiting for it. I was like, oh, delayed reaction.
You and Justin, anytime Frank Miller comes up, he's like, I was waiting for you to hit the button. I was like, oh, I'm getting there.
Your mother's a whore. Your whole family can suck it. Somebody's muffin's getting buttered. That ain't my business.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. Again, next week, the Season 2 premiere of Invincible. Got a whole lot of good stuff coming. The Thanksgiving episode, South Park, Quantum Leap.
Noel's favorite. Send in your favorite foods, Noel.
Oh, yeah. So, rants and food. Noel's favorite. Only Howard the Duck would make a guest appearance.